I've never been to Topgolf before. That was an amazing experience. I'm just saying.
Have a little fun with that, did you?
Huh?
Have a little fun with that?
I did. I found out that I still can't hit the ball worth a crap. And
but it was fun watching you trying to hit the ball.
You know what I mean? And it was just, it was amazing because like, I didn't know what to expect. I thought this was just like, you know, Topgolf. I'm like some normal driving range, but man, this is like restaurant, bar. They have a stage for music. I mean, this is like the spot. This is the spot. And I'm seeing everybody go to like Topgolf. I'm like, what is the big deal? Why is everybody going to Top? Now I understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
They're a big deal. Even their marketing, man. Like you look at their commercials on like Facebook and stuff, and they're like, they've got like Van Halen and all these bands. I'm like, what is this? It's like golf. It's crazy.
That's hilarious.
But we are down here at South Coast Welding Academy for the 2nd annual welding competition.
Yes.
I mean, that's why you kind of hear the echo. We're in the actual shop right now. I've got a bunch of guests with me. I'd like you guys to go ahead and introduce yourself. Right across from me, sir. Go right ahead.
All right, guys. Well, I'm Hamar Aguilo, host of Weld.com, and we're having our 2nd annual welding competition here, 2410 Broad Street, Houston, Texas. It's going to be the biggest competition anybody's ever seen. We have 360 competitors signed up with plenty of vendors, incredible judges. So it's going to be an absolute pleasure. So, yeah, again, I'm Hamar Aguilo, so it's going to be tomorrow, Saturday, and so
be there.
Be there.
All right. And if you're hearing this, you've already been there.
Yeah. And if you've been, exactly.
It's all good. It's all good.
Jason Becker, Middle Trends on Instagram with Weld.com. Down here to help out, judge the competition. I got to say, I'm truly humbled to be here. Really appreciate for the opportunity to be here around such great people in the welding industry. Awesome feeling.
That is pretty cool, isn't it?
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
So my turn now.
Your turn.
Yes.
Now.
All right,
Spotlight.
Jake Schofield Welding on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, everything. Man, super blessed to be down here. It was awesome to get the emails and get asked to come down, judge, and especially with all these legends. I mean, my word.
Yeah, I don't know.
You get to walk into something like this with all these guys. You watch them on YouTube all the time. Now you get to actually shake their hands and be down here with them. So
that's crazy.
Really
awesome,
humbled.
It really
Yeah,
is.
very cool.
Hey there guys, it's Travis Field from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'm a rig welder, and I'm very happy to be here. It's very awesome to be second time in South Coast Welding Academy.
That's right.
I was here in December of doing some titanium and aluminum videos with Amar and Abraham, and that was awesome. And Alan was super awesome. I got to go to Topgolf, got to go to a bunch of different places, and it was just fantastic. It was an incredible experience. Incredible humbling experience, and it was fantastic.
Yes.
And I'm just honored to be here again with all you guys here.
It was the Topgolf that brought you back.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
It was the barbecue.
Oh, and the barbecue. There you go.
That's in
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah. Can't miss the barbecue.
That's the real reason why I'm here.
Oh, no. Oh, goodness.
Bob Moffett with Weld.com. I teach at Cali Community College in Arc City, Kansas. I'm honored to have a repeat invite to come back. Apparently I did a decent enough job last year when we got through this, the first one, but a lot of fun. We learned a lot, and they didn't make it easy on us.
Oh, no, they didn't.
So,
imagine this year, bro.
Tomorrow is going to be a bomb day. We are going to be humped and busy all the time.
That's right.
So
Oh, yeah.
That's
we're going
right.
to pull it off, and I'm sure that, there's going to be some hands
Oh,
show
for sure.
up.
For sure.
And nobody's going to be a loser if they're showing up just to compete in the first place.
It's already enough guts as it is.
Everybody's learning. I learned a lot today watching you guys, these golden arms, and honored to be a part of it. So it's been a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Experience so far.
You've been saying this kind of all day, Helmar. Like, this is the calm before the storm.
This
like
is the
right
calm.
now, and we're in the other side of the shop, but on that other side right now, things are happening. Things are getting built. We have vendors getting set up. Lincoln is here. R&R Gas is here. Outlaw Leather is here.
Yes.
We have J&K Welding is here.
Illuma Reel's right outside.
Illuma Reel, they're setting up. I mean, this is not no small deal. We've got, 350?
No, 360.
Now 360.
Keep this in mind. Last year.
That's 20 more since this morning.
20 more since this morning.
Wow.
Yeah. So just by the promotion that we're doing, not just me, everybody here, people are seeing that. They're like, this thing's the real deal. You know what I mean? So they're like, okay, well, I definitely want to show up. And I tell these guys, even if you don't want to compete, just come.
Yeah.
It's free barbecue, free entry, free. Take advantage of the time. You know
Right.
what I mean? Just come over here, meet everybody, shake everybody's hands, and get to network with people, man. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
And so last year we had a welding competition, but it was only regional. and it was only about 55 contestants in total. This here is like triple that, man. I'm talking about 360 contestants. So it's definitely growing. You know, our brand is growing just by the networking with everybody else. So it's a definitely humble experience.
And this is free.
Free,
100%.
Not a penny, bro.
The entry fee is fill out the form.
Fill out the form.
And tell a
that's
friend.
It. That's right. That's all it is.
That's all you got to do.
You don't. There is no charge to nothing. You know?
We're not charging nothing, and we're bringing the best of the best here.
That's
Everybody that we can. Everybody else is going to be in Kentucky. So I think.
Man.
So I mean, what are some of the things that these guys are going to be actually tackling tomorrow? What is the competition that they're going to be doing?
So the competition is going to consist of just one test and one test only. It's not going to be no x-ray, no bend test, no nothing. It's going to be straight visual test. And I think that's why a lot of people are coming, because there's not going to be x-ray or bend. It's just going to be a visual test.
Yeah.
So they think this is pretty simple, visual test, but they don't understand the eyes that are looking at it. The eyes that are looking at it is pretty much like an x-ray. We're looking at every single detail of that
We're checking
weld.
your tie-ins. We're checking everything.
Undercut, porosity, concaveness, whatever the case may be. If I don't see something, Bob's going to see something. If Bob doesn't see the trap, somebody's going to see something, right?
Yep.
So it's going to be that. The test is going to consist of a 3G open root, half-inch plate, 60-10 root pass uphill, 70-18 fill and cap. If they don't do the root pass, good. They're out. On to the next person.
Done.
Just like a regular test anywhere else.
Yep.
You don't get a second try.
Yep.
The bevels we have here are strictly 35-degree bevels, machine cut, so there is no excuse not to get a good
no
fit.
pour fit up,
no pour fit up or nothing. So, everybody's here and they can set up whatever they want to do. If they want to run a 1/8 gap, they can do that. If you want to run a 16th gap, you can do that. But we recommend that you don't have no more than an 1/8 penetration on that root pass. If there's more than that, it's a no-go.
It's done. Yeah, you got
done.
too much.
If you have an 1/8
penetration.
and then a quarter and an 1/8 and a quarter, it's done. So we just got to make sure it's consistent root pass. If it's good, you're on to the next. Do your fill and cap.
Right on. Very cool. Jason, you've been pretty excited about judging this competition.
Yeah,
man.
I'm definitely looking forward to it, man.
Yeah. What are some of the things that you're really going to be looking for? I mean, because this is visual. So what are the things that you're really going to be looking for that are just going to be like? I mean, besides not making the route, say someone gets all the way to the end. What are going to be the deciding factors for you on who passes and who doesn't?
Well, before Jason goes, sorry about that, Jason. Just letting you know, Jason's a CWI, so he's going to be really.
Yeah, he's 100% legit. Yeah, absolutely.
So
you know what CWI is? But never mind, I ain't gonna say.
Yeah. So go ahead.
So basically, I mean, like Hamar said, we're going to run everything to D11 visual standards. So we're going to be checking for undercut, proper tie-in, bead uniformity, no excessive reinforcement, be it on the root or the weld reinforcement on the cap.
Now, you since we did bring up the fact that you are a CWI, what other qualifications do you have that kind of brought you to that point? Because, I mean, there's a lot of people that can kind of go out there, take that test now without any real experience. So what is the meat and potatoes that you're bringing to this besides your CWI?
So I've got 21 years of structural welding background. I started off when I was 15 and got into it right out of the military, up all through, the way. A lot of stick time, especially 70-18. I mean, 3G is common practice. We teach that at the school where I'm at. It's one of our most standard tests that we do. So, I'm very familiar with going over.
So you got this. Yeah. Very, very cool.
It shouldn't be a problem whatsoever.
Right on. Very cool. Jake.
Yeah.
Now, you where did you come from? Where did you come from to get to Texas? Where were you at?
So I work in Colorado from Idaho. So we've been in Colorado off and on for the last 8-9 years. So.
Okay. And then how long was the drive to get to here?
I think it's 18 hours. And then we decided to head to the coast and added another hour and a half to it.
Talk about
man. 18 hours. And you got a new baby.
Brand new.
Yes.
He's a traveling machine. 3,000 miles under his belt already. He's 4 months, so no big deal.
Wow. He's a traveling machine.
Yeah.
My daughter, she's 16 or 17 months now. 1 hour in the car. She's done.
Yeah,
done. Absolutely done. So, you're pretty excited to be here. Obviously, you're bringing your talents to this. What are some of the things that you're really looking forward to seeing tomorrow?
Oh, the talent, anymore what people are bringing to it. Welding has become something people want to, it's more...
It's cool.
There's a lot more knowledge into it, You can look into YouTube, see a lot of new things, and so people are interested in it at a lot earlier age. So when they come into this and come compete, junior, senior, they're really putting in a lot of effort. They have a good basic idea of what they're doing. and it's going to be a real competition between a bunch of people, you know.
Absolutely. I think
So-
things like welding competitions too are so important, man.
Oh,
they
yeah.
really are because
They are.
they really test your metal.
And
you
it's
know?
real life. You're
Yes.
going to test if you want to be a welder.
Right,
It's
like
life.
you go for a job, you're testing, and all you got to do is impress that one guy.
That's right.
You've got 350 other people to beat.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying? They,
yeah.
You don't necessarily know how you might have 7 guys going for that position, and you'll never see what they can do. But now you've got 360. Sorry, 360 that you got to compete against. So this is the real deal. You
real
gotta
life.
you got to bring it.
Yep.
You know,
Gotta bring
100%.
it.
You got to
Yeah,
bring it. I
bring it
think
for sure.
I think that's what's awesome though. It really does. It gives you a chance to test your metal with the best of the best, at least the most ambitious out there.
That's
you know,
it.
because if
Yep.
you're showing up here, you're not a slouch. You're ambitious. You got something to prove,
Yeah.
whether it's to yourself, everybody else, or a combination of both.
That's
Yep.
right. No,
you know
that's
what I mean?
Just conquering a fear or something. Even
That's
if that's
right.
Oh
what it
yeah,
is,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. It could
Coming
be.
and
That could
taking
be a
a
big
test.
thing. Yeah, that could be a big
That's
thing.
a huge thing.
That's
Yeah.
a big thing because when I went to a bunch of high school before, I had to do a lot of promotion, man.
Yeah,
I had,
yeah,
to, go to
yeah.
I had to go to a lot of high schools, talking about maybe 30, 40 high schools.
You
bro,
mean you didn't
locally.
just put out a YouTube video
No,
and it just
man.
showed up?
No. I went to the actual high schools, man, and made sure I promoted the heck out of it and make sure to let them know, like, come on by. Even if you know you're not going to pass it, get that fear out, because when you get into the testing lab, it's going to be very nerve-wracking.
Oh,
When you come in
100%.
here, we're going to test you just like it is at a testing lab. There is no different.
Yeah.
So if you just want to get that nerves out, just come and get those nerves out,
Yep.
just like Jake said. So,
Yep.
yeah, I had to do a lot of touring locally to get to the students that we have now, man. It was a lot of hard work, but it's going to be all worth it, man, when they come on by. So.
Word of advice too, like when you're testing, like just like the old saying goes, when you put that hood down, there's nothing but you in the metal.
That's right.
Keep that mentality.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've gone to jobs and taken weld tests with people all around me looking at
Yeah.
what I'm doing. You put that hood down, they do not exist.
Yeah.
The same thing happens when you get in here and you do this test.
Mm-hmm.
The moment that hood goes down and that arc strikes, nothing else exists besides that. And if
That's-
you can keep the confidence of knowing that what you're putting down is the best you can do because no one's judging you. This is you.
This is you.
This is it. This
Yeah.
is you. You should have no problem, really. Like that's what at least worked for me. And plus, when you're confident in this, it's almost like, all right, fine. You want to watch me? Watch this.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
show you what I can
Yeah,
do.
that's right,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
right,
And you can kind of get a little too cocky sometimes. But it's good to have a little bit of cockiness
Yes.
when you go into these kind of things, and just for assurance out of everything.
Yeah,
I mean,
most definitely.
Travis, what do you think? I mean, is a little bit of cockiness okay, or what do you think?
I'd say probably always humble.
Yeah?
Just ask questions. Don't interrupt the person that's speaking with the information. Just always be humble.
Okay.
And I find that if you're humble and you have somebody with more experience, as long as you're humble, they're more than likely to help you.
Okay.
Also, the other thing is ask questions, because a person doesn't know if you don't know something.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Always ask
all the
questions.
way.
Right on,
All the
right
way,
on.
Travis.
So you kind of go more away from the cockiness, more like on the.
A lot of the guys that I've learned from, they're very humble.
Yeah.
They don't need to show anybody, because guys know that they're good, so
Yeah.
they don't need to show that.
Yeah.
The work
Confident,
ethic
not
speaks for
cocky.
themselves.
Yeah,
The work
confident.
ethic
That's the
themselves.
correct word. I apologize.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
confident.
Also, the other thing is that a lot of welders that are good, they understand that they're one weld repair away from getting fired.
Yes, you are.
True.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
That kind of humbles guys.
Oh, 100%. The competition is thick. Like, even though there's however many thousands of welding jobs that need to be filled, the guys that are out there, it's thick competition.
It's thick, yeah.
As
They
good
want
as you
the
think
job.
you are, someone's better than you and hungrier than you, ready to come take that job.
It will
100%.
humble you quick.
But also, if I was watching this interview with Muhammad Ali and Custom Auto, I believe his name was. He was a boxing. He's a boxing trainer for Mike Tyson.
Yes, yeah.
Muhammad Ali was asked in Cuss. He was talking about styles. Even though Muhammad Ali is a very good fighter, he was asked in Custom Auto, like my technique. Do you think that I could beat Rocky Marciano? Do you think I could beat Jack Dempsey? He's ahead of him. Heavyweights ahead of him. And it wasn't about do you think I'm a good fighter? It wasn't about like that fighting mentality. He's saying like my style, my technique. Do you think I'd be able to beat these guys with their techniques?
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Right on.
Good analogy.
Yeah, very good analogy. Absolutely. Bob, what's your opinion?
I've watched a lot of people over the years, and with their training, we talk about that confidence thing, and it's like they're welding lights out daily.
Yeah.
You mentioned test, and all of a sudden they're peeing down their leg. They're
Yeah.
so nervous they just can't be on that fear. And it's no big deal. I mean, it's like It's like what we were doing today. It's like a golf shot. It's like a bowling shot. It's something. But if you practice it over and over, my philosophy, I guess, is just stay within yourself. Do your ability.
Right.
I learned a lot from watching these guys today, but if I was going to go throw down, I wouldn't want to go try to copy a different style or something I just saw unless I practiced it a whole bunch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Once I ingrain it into my
Sure, for sure.
subconscious and I know it's correct and I can pull it off, then that's the way I'd probably bring it.
Yep.
But for somebody to come test, I think it's a valuable experience. It's a learning experience, and again, it does get them beyond that fear factor thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But if you really think about it, every weld is a test. Everything that you're doing daily,
it's a test. Yeah, it better be good every single time.
If you're pulling it off and it's going to be X-rayed, it's a test.
Yep.
And so,
I think being humble though is the big
it shouldn't
thing.
be any different.
Yeah.
But I know with some people because I've read about some of their things on comments on YouTube and some of the Instagram posts that I look at. I don't respond to some of them, but you try to encourage people.
Just be encouraging.
You got this. Just do it.
Let's do
Don't
it.
get nervous.
Yep.
So my thoughts on testing is,
Yeah.
I mean, if you come in and do this, you've already done more than 90% of people that want to be welders, but they're never going to go take a test, So you show up to something like this, you've done so much more than most people will ever do.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
They don't want to test their metal. It's a job for them.
Yeah.
Where this is like they're investing in themselves.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
And I think, Travis, you brought up a great point, about being humble and technique.
That's right.
It's no secret. I am not a stick welder. I am not a pipe welder. I'm a TIG welder. I can TIG weld pipe. And when I was watching you guys today, I'm quiet because I'm just watching. And Abraham even picked up on that, your lead instructor, and he's like, man, you're quiet. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Because when I don't know, I shut up. And it's true because I'm watching you guys.
Yes.
I'm watching what you do, and it's similar but different at the same time. Even though our processes are very similar, and we got to prep and gap and all that kind of stuff to keep things. This is different. This is a different level. And I think. You're right. Being humble, paying attention, shutting your mouth can almost be like the best thing. But at the same time, keep that confidence in what you know how to do. Like if I can get to this point with no problem, get to that point with no problem, then shut your mouth and ask questions after that. Don't sit there and keep going, I'll just win because I already know. I got all that, no problem. I could no. That's how you get buried. That's how you get fired.
That's how you get looked at on your route pass.
I didn't see nothing.
Actually, the one thing I want to mention, I was reading about Bruce Lee, and Bruce Lee's very big about practicing, always practicing.
Oh yeah. Dude, I love Bruce Lee. Man.
Yeah, but the one thing I remember reading about him is that he would fear the man who has practiced one kick 1,000 times more than a guy who has practiced 1,000 kicks once.
1,000, yeah, exactly. Because he knows if he gets with that, you're done. He's only going to need to hit you one time with that. That's the same thing, man. Honestly, you know what? That's very good if you think about that. Because when you get to say welding pipe or welding aerospace stuff or whatever, you do that 1,000 times. You know that. You know you can do that 100%. But you're right. Like if you get into that outside, have a little humbleness to you. Have a little lose your pride, basically. Ask questions.
I think there's a difference between being prideful, cockiness, and having confidence. Having confidence is everybody has confidence.
Yeah.
We all have confidence in us. When it comes to welding a pipe, and we've been doing this plenty of times, you have confidence in passing that.
Yeah.
You have confidence in getting that root pass in there. Now things can happen, right? But there's more confidence than there is no confidence, right? But when it comes to cockiness now and prideful, you're just telling everybody I'm better than you, right?
Yep.
But having confidence in the inside of you and letting you know, I got this, man. I'm not fear. I have confidence that I'm going to pass this test. I think there's a difference, way big difference between the two. Now, the cockiness part, no, right? Because I've seen plenty of people, and y'all seen it as well.
Oh, yeah.
All these people that say they've never busted a test before are lying to you. They're probably the worst welders out there. You know what I mean? So I've seen it plenty of times out there, too. And, me starting off in the field, I was very cocky.
Yeah.
Me making that big money just like everybody else. You're like, hey man, everybody down here are peasants to me. Because now I'm making big money now, but then I got humbled. I got more humbled and more humbled. I busted tests. I was like, you know what? I am human. You know, I'm gonna fail.
Yeah.
But those failures made me the welder that I am today. But I would always remember those failures because it's made me the welder that I am. But I still have that confidence though in there. Not 100% because things can happen, but that confidence is always there. Always there.
So I you know, listening to you talk, I thought of something here. You know, we're talking about Bruce Lee and things like that. I came into my mind Arnold Schwarzenegger because we're doing some competition here. All right, that guy is the king of competition as far as in his trade or what he was doing.
Weightlifting.
Now in weightlifting, right? So now one of his techniques is he would get in your head. Okay, he didn't necessarily have to beat you out there. He would get in your head first. My question is, do you think there's going to be anybody welding like that to where maybe say they get it done and then they're going to go and try and get into the other guy's heads, be like, yeah, you ain't going to be able to do that, or something, just to kind of shake anybody up?
Because we're not going to allow that.
Okay, all right. Okay.
So
Atmosphere, they
yeah,
don't have the exposure.
that's right. That's right. They're not going to have that exposure. So once they're done, they're going to get out.
All right. Well, before we end this, everybody, go ahead, please plug your social media where everybody can find you, since they've heard you on this podcast. And like we said, if you're listening to this, you've already the competition's already gone.
Yeah.
But get on YouTube, you can see everything that's happened from said competition. Because I'm beyond excited for tomorrow, man. Absolutely beyond
I'm
excited.
excited for it
So,
as well.
Hamar, go ahead.
All right, so you can follow us on WeldTube and all our social medias, you know, Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook, all at WeldTube. You can follow me at my personal Instagram, Hamar_Gilo. That's HJALMAR_AGUILO. And again, man, I appreciate you, Jimmy.
Anytime, brother.
Bringing us in here, man. This is the best podcast as far as welding's concerned.
Hey, thank you.
And we shout out to you there as well. So that's my plug on me. So let's go ahead and go to the next one.
All right, guys. Jason Becker. You can follow me on Weld.com on YouTube as well as Weld.com on Instagram and Facebook. That's pretty much it.
Right on.
Sweet.
Right on.
All right, guys. Jake Schofield. You can follow me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all under Schofield Welding, SCHOFIELD Welding. And this has been the second time on the podcast.
I know.
So thanks,
You
Jimmy.
and Travis,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Bingo.
Right on.
Look at that. Even Hamar, yeah.
Third time.
Third time.
Third time.
Oh, that's right. Fab
stepping
Tech.
the game up.
Yeah, look at
What
that.
the world?
Yeah, I think you and Josh Welton have like the most appearances so far.
Heck
Yeah, right on, right on.
Oh, and this is Travis Field. You can find me on Instagram on FieldRes and also on YouTube, even though I don't really post videos much, but just FieldRes.
So Field Res, like, spell it because some people are
FIELDRES.
yes, Field Res.
Yeah, with an S, no Z. Perfect.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Bob Moffat. Obviously, you can find me on Weld.com. My Instagram, personal Instagram, is ram_nation58. And again, thank you, because that is that's a strong play on the podcast. I think this is my third one as well.
Oh my gosh, we might have to have some kind of podcast competition.
You can have a pot off.
A pot off. There we go.
Always a strong play. You're a strong supporter, and we like that. That deal at Fab Tech was
very
phenomenal.
strong.
I appreciate that.
That was.
Well, we're coming back again this year, so it's gonna be good. We're gonna do it all again. I hope to see all of you there.
I'm not going to be there, brother. My baby's going to be born.
Oh, that's right. Congratulations.
important. You don't wanna
That's
miss that
legitimate
one.
excuse.
Yeah,
that's totally good. That's totally good. All right, everybody. Thank you so very much for listening. This has been Arc Junkies Podcast. Work safe and weld hard.